A remote quarry in the Philippines, a shallow, unmarked grave. On July 6, 2024, investigators unearthed the bodies of a Filipino beauty queen and her Israeli partner, ending a frantic 2-week search. They had been lured to a meeting under the guise of a business deal, only to be met with fatal violence. Their car was found torched, a deliberate effort to erase them. But evidence can survive fire, and secrets rarely stay buried forever. What began as a negotiation over a piece of land ended in a double murder that shocked the Philippines and drew international attention. It's a story about ambition, aspiration, and the ultimate betrayal. It peels back a dark reality where the lines between law enforcement and criminality can blur, and a dispute over money can lead to a calculated, cold-blooded killing. Geneva Lopez was a woman on the rise. Born in Santo Tomas, Pampanga, the 26-year-old was a model, an entrepreneur, and a beauty pageant title holder. She held the crown of Mucha ng Pilipinas Pampanga 2023 and was preparing to compete again in 2024. Her life was one of public grace and professional ambition, a stark contrast to the violent, private nature of her death. Her partner was 37-year-old Yitshak Cohen, an Israeli national who had made a life for himself in the Philippines. The couple lived together in Angeles City for 7 years and were planning to get married. Yitshak's brother described him as a successful businessman, primarily involved in real estate. It was one of these real estate ventures that would place both him and Geneva on a fatal trajectory. The last day anyone saw them alive was June 21st, 2024. That morning, Yitshak spoke with his sister in Israel. He didn't mention anything about the meeting he and Geneva were about to attend in Kapas, Tarlac. His brother, Yaniv, later surmised that Yitshak saw no danger in it. It was just another business meeting, nothing special. Their purpose that day was to inspect a piece of agricultural land they intended to buy. The meeting was with a middleman named Michelangelo Guiyang to settle a debt he owed to Yitshak, but they never came home. The very next day, June 22nd, an alarm was raised. Geneva's sister reported the couple missing. That same day, their gray Nissan Terra was discovered along a highway in Kapas. It had been completely burned. Inside the charred wreckage, investigators found what was left of Geneva Lopez's documents. The deliberate destruction of the vehicle pointed to a calculated crime, an attempt to obliterate any forensic evidence. For 2 agonizing weeks, their families could only wait and hope as authorities conducted extensive searches. The search came to a grim end on July 6, 2024. Investigators were led to a remote quarry in Barangay Santa Lucia, Kapas. There, they unearthed the decomposing remains of Geneva and Yitshak. Both had sustained gunshot wounds. An autopsy by the National Bureau of Investigation would later confirm this as the cause of death. Relatives had to identify them by the clothes they were wearing and their personal items. The breakthrough came not from forensics, but from a person. A key witness, identified only as Jess, surrendered to the police. Jess was the driver for the suspects. He told investigators he saw the couple's bodies in the back of the SUV he was ordered to drive, and that he was the one forced to set the vehicle on fire. Most critically, he led the police directly to the burial site. His cooperation shattered the perpetrator's attempts at concealment and blew the case wide open. The motive, police determined, was rooted in a financial and land dispute. The man at the center of it was Michelangelo Guiyang, the same man Geneva and Yitshak went to meet. Guiyang, a former police officer, had previously pawned a parcel of land to Geneva in 2021. When he tried to reclaim it to sell to someone else, she refused, asserting her right to take ownership. This refusal appears to have been the catalyst for violence. According to police, the meeting on June 21st was a pre-planned ambush. Yitshak's brother, Yaniv, believed the entire affair was a deliberate scam designed to target successful business people, suggesting it was a predatory pattern, not an isolated dispute. The investigation soon zeroed in on 5 suspects. 2 of them, Michelangelo Guiang and another man named Rommel Abuzo, were former police officers. Both had been dismissed from service years earlier for being absent without official leave. The fact that former law enforcers were the primary suspects sent a shockwave through the community, raising serious questions about how dismissed officers are monitored. Philippine authorities acted swiftly, forming a special investigation task group. In August 2024, the PNP Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, or CIDG, filed 2 counts of murder against 5 suspects. By March 2025, significant progress had been made. On March 10th, a warrant of arrest for murder was issued by the court in Capiz, Tarlac. Just over a week later, on March 18th, a suspect identified as Jay was arrested in Tarlac City. He was labeled the CIDG's most wanted person in the region. His arrest brought the total number of accused in custody to 4 out of the 5. As of today, the legal process is actively moving forward. 4 of the accused are in custody awaiting trial. However, the investigation is not over. One of the accused remains at large, and the CIDG is focused on their apprehension. In this case, trust was weaponized. Yitshak Cohen went to a meeting believing it was nothing special, with no sense of the danger that awaited him in Geneva. The perpetrators cultivated an environment of normalcy to lure them into a fatal trap, a profound act of betrayal. The case became a test for the Philippine justice system, watched by both a grieving local community and concerned international observers. While arrests have been made, the quest for justice is not complete until the final suspect is found. For the families of Geneva Lopez and Yitshak Cohen, complete closure remains just out of reach. A painful reminder that while the bodies have been found, full accountability is still waiting to be uncovered.